Good afternoon, everybody. Terry Harding here at school, just doing a Friday wrap up. Thanks so much to everybody who came last night. What a great big crowd we had. It was fantastic. And all that chicken, the chips, and lovely salads and drinks. Look, I've got to say, I don't think I've seen so much chicken in one place since the 1970s when I used to work for Kentucky Fried Chicken down at Miranda KFC. Man, there was a lot of chook there. So it was a good night. So thank you to everyone who came to make it such a success. Anyway, on with the business of school. We've finished week 2 of term 1. So well done, everybody. And I think it's been a great start to school. And I think children are happy and settled. Teachers are settled. And the classes, I think, are going ahead smoothly, so that's good. A couple of business issues, and then I've got some messages from teachers. So I'll do the business issues first. Photos on the 15th of this month. That's Monday coming up soon. Monday the 15th of February. That's our summer uniform. Please make sure it all looks great and the children's hair is all brushed and combed and looking fantastic. So we're getting whole school photos and the family based photos as well. So that'll be good. We've got swimming coming up in week 4. We have 6 weeks of swimming, and we have that happening at Benalla, here at Benalla. So I'm really pleased that we're shifting to the Benalla pool. It's less time on the bus, and that's a good thing, I think, for our stewardship of your children and our teachers' time learning. So that'll be good. That'll be on Tuesdays for 6 weeks, and then after that we'll have an outdoor swimming carnival at the pool, and we'll be looking forward to a good time that day as well. We've got testing in different classes over the next couple of weeks, so the children will be diagnosing the children in their maths, their literacy in particular, those 2 key areas. So, you know, some days they may come home a little tighter than others. On the 22nd of February through to the 5th of March, that's a time for you to make an appointment with your child's teacher to have a parent-teacher interview. That's a private parent-teacher interview, so book those times up with your teacher. Just email them or phone the school, but email the teacher's name at acc.edu.au and book that time up. The reason we're doing it later in the month is, of course, we're doing the diagnostic tests now and over the next week or so. So that makes sense, so that when the teacher talks to you, they'll have some data about your child to discuss with you as to where that they are at the beginning of the year. Hopefully at the end of the year, they'll be much further ahead in their literacy, their numeracy, and of course our Year 7s just travelling through that secondary Year 7 course. Remember, the preppies don't come on Wednesday. Wednesday is a rest day, so they're only coming 4 days a week at the moment. However, later in the term that will change when they graduate to 5 days. So yeah, we'll be working them a little harder then, won't we? Induction meetings are next week. Induction means anybody who wants to volunteer to do anything at school. We hope there are lots of volunteers. Come along to the induction time with me. I'll go through the necessary discussions about policy and child safety, all those sorts of standard things. And it shouldn't take more than 40 minutes. And for people who are unable to come during the day, next Wednesday it'll be at 7 p.m. and for those who can come during daytime, it will be the following day, Thursday at 3:30 p.m. So keep that in mind. We love having volunteers, and in fact we would love to have volunteers to come and give us a half a day with the Prep Year 1s, as I've announced earlier, and other things around school. And parents are stepping up and stepping forward for that. We really, really appreciate that. You might want to come and do some, listen to children read in the higher classes, the higher primary classes. So, yeah, please call Lynn, talk to Lynn, say, yeah, I can volunteer for 3 or 4 hours one particular day a week, or one particular day a fortnight, or a whole day, whatever. That would be great. Please do make sure the children get to school on time. We ring the bell at 5 to 9, and that means they need to be now mustering and ready to go to their classes. So get them here 10 minutes beforehand, please. Quarter to 9 would be good. So that's very important. We want them to be in class on time for the beginning of lessons, and that's what we do, particularly in primary. We do our academic warm-ups, and that again is particularly focused to literacy. Literacy is the big issue in primary education, and of course in secondary that's the start of the first period, and it could be, according to the period timetable, we don't want them to miss out on anything. And maths on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, English on Thursdays, science Fridays in week 1 or week A. And so really critical. I'm just reading off our timetable there. So we want the children to be bright and chirpy at the start of the day, and we don't want them to miss out on the introductory learning activities. Now, some messages from the teachers. We have Mrs. Kannemeyer said her method of homework will be she'll issue the homework early in the week and expects it to be there ready on her desk Friday morning every week. So that's the way she's working it. So for those older students, years 4 through 6, that's what's required. Don't let your child tell you any different. Mrs. Kannemeyer will be running that system, and let's just see how they go. Now, keeping on the homework theme, Mr. Law is getting them used to his method in homework, and so he's easing them into it. High school is different. So at the moment he is saying each night it'll be half an hour minimum homework. There's no need for them to do more, just a half an hour only. You can stop them after half an hour, that's fine. If they want to do more, Mr. Law says fine, go for it. But they must do that half hour, and it will be based on the children learning, writing out their knowledge organisers in the different subjects. It could be a knowledge organiser in maths, it could be in civics, it could be in geography, whatever. So there'll be one per evening. All right, so that's his method. And the students there in Year 7 are enjoying our new program, Maths Pathway. And that is a really brilliant course that is both online and on paper, and face-to-face teaching and small group teaching with children on specific levels of maths ability and skill. So there we go. Now, Josh is settling in, Pastor Josh. He is our chaplain. The children, I think, are calling him Mr. Mosley. I think that's the official name. Of course, he is Mr. Mosley, so that makes sense to me. So he's settling in and working into just being seen as a non-teacher, which I was chatting through with Josh's wife, Kathy, last night at the evening, and she was saying it's just a very different status, and it allows children to see Josh in a different light to the officialdom of a teacher or a principal. So we want to create that culture in school and allow the children and allow you as parents, if you want to access Josh in any way on that basis. So that's good. Now, Miss Kent, now Roz is, she's just delivered her students have delivered some stunning work today on Friday here. They've been studying the work of Peter Cromer, and he's our own Victorian artist, world renowned. He lives at Colac, and he's been having his work displayed on Hallmark cards. Some Disney work with Walt Disney overseas. He actually designs the Maxwell Williams crockery. So his work is stunning, and look, please have a look at the children's work on echidnas and what Miss Kent has helped the children to learn in art today. That should be on Facebook. I think Lynn's uploading that. Okay, look, I think that's about it for me. Once again, thanks for a great night last night. God bless, have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you around the campus, on the car park, and in and around about the place. And we still have our hygiene happening here. We still have social distancing with class. We still have our high school students mask on in class at the moment. Our staff have masks on according to the Premier's requirements when they are gathered together. However, when staff are teaching, there are no masks. The children in primary have no masks. So there you go. Parents, if you're walking on the car park, or if you're taking your child to class or something like that, and you are outside the classroom, you don't need a mask. If you step into the classroom for a parent interview, or you just want to take the child in, or whatever, at that point, going inside, the current advice is wear a mask. So you should probably have masks at the door of most of the classrooms, just in case you forget. I know I do when I go to Coles. I get out of the car and go across the road. I get halfway, don't get run over, go back to the car, get the mask, go in. So we're all susceptible to forgetfulness on different occasions. Okay, all right. God bless. Bye for now. See you Monday.